Hi, this is meant to be a video for parents to assist them in navigating through the science courses. I'm going to use earth science in this particular situation, but it should apply across the board to middle school, high school, etc. The format is essentially the same. So, quickly, you can see that everything is set up in these nice modules here every week. And the way that I title things is right at the beginning. It says due on the date. Okay. And you can see that the point value is listed here. So now we are into school on our 6th week. So this is on the home page, and you can also see in the modules here. Okay, an additional quick note, you'll also see these little minuses here in this list over here. Those are great, but don't trust them. These just tell you that something is missing, but not all missing assignments will have that. Anything that is a practice, like, let me see that. That is a practice, even though it's not. I had to cut it short. I've since adopted the habit. I used to call them reading and practice or practice, but I've had to cut them short because of syncing with Skyward. And now you'll notice my habit is to just call them R and P, or okay, R for reading, P for practice. Some of your classes will say R and P because they're combined depending upon the tool outside of Canvas that I'm using. So, and these little A, that stands for attendance, that's tied in with the discussions. Those are how I mark people present in class. So, really easy organization. So students get on here once a day, right? And they will look at the date. So today is the 6th. So they will see that, oh, okay, extra day for 10.5, DOI, that's the assignment. They click on it. There's only one thing. And there's actually no content here, but 10.5 DOI, that tells you right there what it's for. If I go back to the home page and go back where I was, you can see that's this assignment right here. Okay, so every day students get done with the day's work, and then after they get done with the day's work, they should go into their grades every single day to double check that they've got everything done. If you see a dash or a 0 next to something that has points, that means they haven't finished it. They haven't done it. Most of the time it's going to be a 0 unless if it was in the first 2 weeks of school, there might be a dash there, meaning that it's not harming them, but they should get it done anyways. But for the most part, it's going to be zeros, unless I've gone in and this is my test student, so I didn't give him zeros. So I have to go into the grade book and put in the zeros for some of these. The attendance, the discussions will automatically get a 0 after the due date, but the practices will not. They're graded outside of Canvas. And as soon as they get them done, the grade comes in immediately. But unless I give them a 0, and I just haven't been giving my poor test students zeros. So those should be zeros. But so if you see a dash or a 0 next to something of point value, that's something they can do. So every day after the student gets their work done for the day, they should be going back in here to the grade book and doing some missing work, checking for some missing work. Okay, so you can also look at the assignments or the discussions in these two categories here. You can also check my announcements here. I haven't put one up in a little while through Canvas. I do send them out through Skyward too. So here's some announcements. Let's see, discussions, grades. Pages is going to show you some items that are useful for you. In fact, this will be loaded in there as well. How to check your Canvas, that's a student guide that gives some of the information I'm giving you here. Having problems watching videos in Canvas, that's a real simple one. Or how to manually update your Chromebook. If they've done that, good. If they're having problems with their Chromebook, that might be useful. Files, long-term files that are needed more than once, you're going to find in here. Actually, any files I load up, you'll find in here. This currently just has the syllabus, the schedule, and some of you will find the scientific research paper there on intergalactic parasites. The syllabus is also under the syllabus. Quizzes I haven't done too many of, but there are a couple. You'll also find those in the modules if they're assigned. You can go directly to the modules through the modules. They're also on the home page, but this is the same as the home page minus all the extra details that the home page provides for you over here. Conferences, haven't used those yet. Honestly, I'm not sure what they're for. I assume they're for conference setting up. I'll get to that. Collaborations, haven't used that either. Google Drive, we haven't used that in class yet either. So if we're going to use these three and I need to update you, I'll give you some extra information later on. So that's really the short end of looking through Canvas. Now you can get on their account for all their classes and scan through. I also encourage you to get a hold of Mr. Erickson out at the school, erickson@wishka.org, and he can provide you with your own family Canvas account that you can access all of your children's accounts through that, so that you can monitor what they're doing without them necessarily being able to, or not them, I guess you're just not over their shoulder, right? So that's really that. Inbox here, this is the best way for students to communicate with me. Email I sift through a couple times a day, but that's a minefield. This I know is directly from a student. They can set up some preferences as to what they get notifications for here. Some of them might be getting excessive notifications for some aspects. They don't have that set up right. The dashboard will just show all your classes. The calendar, I'm going to click on that one and show it to you. This is where you, if it will open up, there we go. This is where you'll see their Zoom classes populated, particularly for me. I'm going to assume that most teachers will have their Zoom classes loaded in here as well, but if I go and see one of these, for instance, today is 10/6, so there's nothing there. This is the next one. I click on it. It tells me what, when, and where, and I just click here to go in. Really easy. I had a couple students this week send me emails about how they just can't get into Zoom. Well, they haven't been attending any of my Zoom meetings. Well, that would be a given, right? But also haven't looked at any of my emails and haven't bothered to check through their Canvas to look at their calendar. Not to mention the notifications that I provided them, letting them know that I would no longer post Zoom classes in the modules themselves, but would be in the calendar. So if a student has a question, it's a good idea that you remind them to fish through Canvas, look around, and they'll probably find their answer there. Anyways, if you have any further questions, you're welcome to send me an email. You can give me a phone call. If you call the phone number out at the school, I probably won't be there, but there's a phone number recorded on that that you can write down and get a hold of me directly at home. I have a business line here that is dedicated to school work. So, all right, have a good day. Talk to you later.